Yes, welcome to MojoCAD. So this is one of the last videos for the mini working tractor that I started around May 2025. Yeah, so thank you for those who have moved with me. For those who are new here, please consider subscribing. You can also check out the bio. There is a lot of information that will be helpful. Yes, so today we are starting on the assembly of this part of this model. Yeah, and I'll start straight away to create assembly. This one can be deleted for now because we're not going to use it. However, we shall use it for our reference. Yeah, so I'll start by importing a frame into the assembly work area. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, so I can hide those lines, sketch lines. Then I'll import still the bearing. Yeah, it's this type. Use it. Do this. But do the same thing for the second bearing. I'll tell you why later on. Yeah, so this and that. So okay, so we shall do the same for another pair here. So import still the same bearing that isn't very far. It's up here. Yeah, this one. So this time around you're going to turn it around. So I was not supposed to use, yeah, like that. The goal is to have the longer sides facing out. Yes, having done that, should select and that, tap onto this. From there we shall say yes, this one should match with that one. Then make the two fully, so the two cannot move. Yeah, there we are, first step. So you're going to do the same thing. Can import, still we'll do the bearings. Yeah, there are other ways in which you can reduce on the time, but shall do the long way. So here we are. Match. Shall do the same thing. Still import. Look for our bearing. Remember in the last video I showed you how I got these bearings from MacMeister. It's a nice website where you can get really designed bearings of different parts. Yeah, not bearings alone, with so many parts that you can get. Yeah, there, then bring it here, last part, still just close off that, saying yes. Okay, so to prove whether they're aligning normally, which I think they are, then I think we're done with all the parts that we need. At this stage, we can add the bolts. Yeah, since we are still having these parts and they are visible, can add the bolts at this stage. And I prepared a separate folder for bolts. So the lower bearing bolts and nuts, ultimate these. So okay, then still do the same thing, lower bearing bolt like that. Do the same for this part. By using that automatic, automatic mating, yeah, that comes along with all bolts. It is way cheaper. So okay, I don't know why is it misbehaving this time round. Delete once more. There we are, that's finally worked. Yes, I'm using SolidWorks 2019, and if you have newer versions, some of these may be different. Yeah, so we've put bolts into the direct bolts and nuts. Up or down depending. Add to the cell, lower bearing, actually top bearing. So I just place the bolt or the pair just next to the hole, and it will automatically align. Yeah, so it's no magic. Okay, here's the first part. You can come and name it in the frame, say final assembly tutorial. Final assembly tutorial. Like that. From here, still I can bring my engine It's to make sure it's properly aligned. Date it. Okay. Yes, this is it. So shall submit, come up, then the other part will be align the holes which you know are concentric. But so to fully define this, you can do the same for this part, so that can no longer move like that. Yeah, so that's our engine. You don't have bolts for the engine, however I'll show you how you can easily do that, yeah, though at a later stage. Yes, this point there are things that don't have a lot of activities. Let's say the plow has nothing much to be done about it, so you can come in just to bring our part out very well, like that. Bed, say that, like that. So this should do that. Can do accordingly. So depending on what we need, let's see. I have pocket holes. So it's saying this guy and this guy and the other one are not concentric. Can be parallel, but they cannot be concentric. Yeah, that's why it's telling us to do this. And if we force, it means you are coming out of that other line that we had at first, meaning I have to delete one mate. This coincident mate, because if I maintain it, then there is no way these two can be concentric. Yeah, there we are. So this guy is concentric, even not stable, so we can do the same for this, meaning we have been fixed. The later stage, if you need to adjust, just take it off, take it up or below if it's required. Yeah, that's not much. So next part is going to be about shafts and flanges. Yeah, so I'll come here, insert a browse, then I'll come and say, oops, have the right also. These also don't have like a lot of work going on around them, so you can easily add them there. That, then you can see. Oops. proceed. About to do a line. I think that's fair enough. So we should do the same with this other part, though it has not reached very well. You could easily treat this by making a flange on the frame, actually making a fillet on the frame, so that it appears nicer. Do the same. So shall we do some shafts also? Shafts. Wheel shaft. That means it's the lower one, and it's concentric to these two bearings. Like that. Then you're going to add so this is the shaft. Yes, it's short one because it has to come here. Yep. For now we shall leave it at that. And let's bring the flange. Stainless. The flange. I'm going to rotate it a bit. Submit. Submit. So I have some small mate here. The 5mm distance wise. At here we shall confirm. So we shall do the same thing on this other side. Can import the same part or mirror. That's if you set your mirrors very well. It's the wheel flange. Yeah, this is in the same orientation that we need it to be. So just do mate, come here, do that, then apply a distance mate, distance 5mm. Oops. Something. Submit. Save this. Okay, so there we are. There we are. So we need to balance these two guys. Need to balance this distance. So what you can do, let's try to measure, and how we can easily do that. Can easily make this like that, and come and measure this distance, evaluate. So normal distance is 79.2 millimeters. You're going to do and you're going to undo. You come and say made again this and that. Then you do the distance mate this time round. So shall do 79.2. So assembly is achieved or easy if you know by heading. Yes, okay, we're on the right track. Okay, so it is well centered. Yeah, next part is to bring our wheels. Yeah, our metallic wheels. Shall scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Remember, all these parts were designed and they are ready. Yeah, so having imported that, you submit, then this, so okay, then you have to make this and that like that. Then you look for concentric holes. Perfect, like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, I do the same the other way. Say okay, and concentric, coincident with this. Finally, it's about the holes. Oops, it seems it is already there. Yeah, so at this stage still, you can easily add the bolts and nuts for the wheels because they are ready. Yeah, so let's do that so that we get it out of the way. These are the bolts. Yes, revealed. Okay, so it went there automatically, but this other part we shall use a circular pattern. Say okay, pattern equal, then that's, we need 40, actually 4, then that should be the thing. Perfect. Shall do the same thing for this part, for this other wheel bolt and nut. Press it around the hole, then you come and say circular pattern. So okay, then from here So that, that, but we need 4 of them. Yes, that is it. Let's save our work. Remember to be saving your work. So I'm saving in case I'm to have another part, then I don't have to start from, from zero, since we've covered a big part with you guys already. Yeah, so far we've moved very well. Next part is going to be about putting these sprockets. Yeah, so remember, this is the driver, so a smaller sprocket is going to drive a big sprocket. Yeah, then come down here. Yes, so it's going to be from here to this, then small, big. Yeah, that's going to be the arrangement. Small, big, small, big, for bigger torque. So watch me do that. Insert whichever sprocket that I will look at first, or what I will get first, that's what I'll go for. So 20T sprocket, how fast bypass that? Sprocket to engine. Yes, what I meant by this, it's this guy coming here. Cement that. Oops. So edge, but rather the face, like that. So for now I won't first lock it. Locking, I mean like having this part onto that, having them linear or coincident, like this. So I won't first do that because I want to have the sprocket free and able to rotate like this. But it's also possible the other way around, but yeah, I want to first consider that. So having gotten that, come and say insert. So sprocket 2. Sprocket 2, we need the flange. Yeah. So says it. Oops. Sorry. Have to browse again. Okay. So 50-60 flange, then 20T flange. So I'll first take this. So check out what we have here. Say hide that. So we have the big one. this other side, meaning we are on the right track. We're on the right track. So I'm going to import in this big sprocket, and I push the rest this other side. Yeah. Okay, so just like aside that, then let me bring in this other part, the 20 flange. Okay, so far we've not moved really poorly. We're on the right track. Everything is going on as planned. Okay, so for the 20T, having this side, right, and bring that small sprocket like so. This one. Say match this and that, then look everything this and that. Now I'm going to bring the 5060 sprocket. Remember to be saving your work, because you don't want to repeat everything from zero. Oops, sorry. Putting that again. Browse. The small sprocket. This one. So this coincident to that, then this to that. Okay, get it. There we are. So I'm putting the big sprocket, the big guy, and it's 5060. It's around here. This is it. Beautiful rail. Here we are. Still we do the same. So this is a very good tutorial for people who wish to learn how to use most of the basic maths here. So I'll bring this side, then I will align one of these holes with that. Say okay. Yep. So it should move as well. Now, because this guy is fixed, I'm going to make him align with this here. So this is fixed, this is not fixed. Where it goes, so yeah, it shall stop like that. Here, remember that pipe is still free to move, so we are going to do the same thing on the lower side here to do the transmission of power. We shall start by importing the flange, 5060 flange, and align it space. That's yeah. So, okay. Then met this guy like that. The concentric one. Then we have to make sure this perfectly aligning with that. Okay. So here we are. Remember, it's two also to coincide here. To have to coincide also. Okay. So that one, let me see what I used here. But it should be around 5 millimeters. Come and evaluate this distance. Remember, take the normal. Perfect, 4 millimeters. So we shall transfer the same. We shall do the same for this part. We shall come here and say mate. Distance of millimeters. Perfect. Like that. What does this mean? That we have to align this with this, because our chains have to match, have to flow with the faces. So here we are. Another trick could be, like, instead of keeping this hanging, could easily extend it here. I think that would be better engineering. Here, since you have some meat this side, could easily move furthermore this side. See, distance. That's what I mean. So I see. Yeah, because I fixed the flanger, so it cannot extend the way I wanted it to. Alright, so let's go back to this. This is 4 millimeters of space. Like that. Then sky. That. Like that. So please, if you're new here, consider subscribing. It's a full tutorial of a mini working tractor. Yeah, I think it will be divided into two parts because I feel these are very long. Yeah, so from here, let's also put the bolts. Let's put the bolts. So this is the sprocket nut. Sprocket nut. Okay, can rebuild that. And you come here and say circular pattern. choose any circular item around, then 4, then choose those two, say okay. Shall do the same thing for this part. Still shall come here and say import, then top sprocket, bring it near the hole, it will automatically find its center. Then we can use the circular pattern. Choose this. Here we are putting 4. Say okay. Should be the same also for the lower part. Yeah, this is a bit tight, but I didn't design these washers. I instead used those from the design library. Yeah, but there are so many ways on how you can design or get them. You can use MacMaster, grab card, or the design tool, then you adjust. Okay, so I'll do the same thing for the lower part. Come and say browse, then bolts and nuts. Is bring it near. Okay. Go. Circular pattern. Choose that. These are the 2 pieces. Then 4. So right. Remember, saving your work. Save everything. These ones can go away. Yeah, these are library items, so shall deliberately don't save them. So here we are right now. Which other part can I do right now? We can add the sprockets, sprocket covers, and the chains. Yeah. So I think let's keep that for part 2. Yeah, let's keep that for part 2. So the next part we are putting chains where they are supposed to be, say this and that, then the other part. Yeah, then from there we shall see how to do the cover and how I was able to get the bolts of the right size. Yeah, I think basically that is it. Thank you so much for keeping around. Remember, if you're new here, consider subscribing. So much is still coming.